Okay, so I needed to talk about this. You know that Kamala Harris went on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and I cannot even play the clips in here because, well, there were so many low ball questions, boring questions, and the answers were worse than you can imagine. But the thing is, I'm making this video just to announce that well, at least what it was posted on YouTube is being wrecked in terms of likes versus dislikes and the comments. And the comments, we're gonna go through this to see that this is the real pulse of the people. This is the real opinion of people about Kamala Harris, about her so-called policies, about her so-called opinions, which are just lukewarm talking points, which she just comes up with on the fly, let's say. But at the time of this recording of this video, we got 7,000 likes. That is nice. We got 23,000 dislikes on this video. And the comments, I'm going to start with the comments on Instagram. And the comments on Instagram are not good at all. Thousands are dying in North Carolina, and this is what she's doing. Like going on a podcast. I don't know if you are familiar with Call Her Daddy, but well, the topics can be quite spicy. And no, I don't think it was the right move. Not that I care, but that Kamala Harris did a wrong move with this. It was a really bad taste and being there. I mean, it has its audience, which I am not part of that audience. But, you know, if she messes up, well, it's a win for all of us. Is she gonna need the earpiece for this too? And this is where I never watch again. Yeah, people are saying that no, they are not liking this. You saw that on the dislikes. I don't think someone who just signed a $125 million deal really has the right judgment to be discussing the current state of the world right now. No, that is basically not the way to go. Loved your podcast, Alex. However, this isn't it. Disappointed. How can we praise a VP running for president that has done so much wrong and continues to do so much wrong, and people still think she deserves to be president? People, wake up. If you have kids and want them to have a better future and still vote for her, you are the problem. And the problem is that there were so many low ball and easy questions that, yeah, this was like a puff piece, nothing else. All while North Carolina is underwater and destroyed. I'm so disappointed. And of course, they are not disappointed about Kamala Harris. That is a given. They are disappointed about the podcast itself. And in the podcast, or at least the fragment that they posted to YouTube, there were comments. And the comments were not good either. I left mine. If you can go there and just like my comment. It will be great. Declines Ramsey but goes on Call Her Daddy. That tells a lot about Kamala's priorities. Look, guys, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood. Oh, yeah, even Tim Walz repeated that line during the debate. I feel dumber after watching this. I am afraid about that. I'm afraid about that because I have watched so much Kamala Harris footage that I'm afraid that I'm going to end up with that. What is that? They call that logorrhea. She's got something with her speaking or something like that, like some kind of justifying her word salad. And this is my question. Is that justifying her word salad worthy of putting her again, I don't know, hostile world leaders, or maybe not hostile, but world leaders that are going to notice immediately that they can take advantage of her BP, Tim Walz, and of course the United States of America? That is truly dangerous. That's a real danger that we are talking about. Not talking about even the economic policies of Kamala Harris, which are pretty much non-existent. I am now burdened by what I have watched. People in North Carolina and Tennessee were dying, begging for help, and this is the best they get. I love it how Trump appears on a YouTube influencer's channel and there are over 1 million views within 24 hours. You remember, Kamala Harris tried to pull Donald Trump and Adin Ross stream, which in fact was a live stream. This, I don't know if the podcast of Call Her Daddy was live, or at least not on YouTube, but there was like 4 million people watching that live stream and millions more watching the recording. It was something just amazing. I'm sure that Kamala's camp wanted to pull off something like that, but you need the clout, you need the people that want to actually watch you, and of course it's more important, you need to an audience that is aligned with you, like the audience of Call Her Daddy. It's obvious with so many negative comments, we're not aligned whatsoever with the VP. How long before these comments start getting censored or this video gets removed? That is interesting. And so many dislikes tells you everything you need to know about the most popular VP ever, LOL. Yes, that's, maybe I can play this clip in here. I'm going to play this clip that this was posted by Colin Rugg. And this was with a couple comments highlighted.
I mean, daddy gang, to put it in our TikTok terms. I have seen girls on the street walk up to men and be like, do you know where a tampon goes? Do you know how many tampons we use? Do you even know how, do you know what a X or Y or Z is of a part of our...
These are the conversations that the VP and who wants to be president of the United States want to have. No, that ain't it. Those are conversations that need to take place, okay? We need to have that kind of conversations, but I don't think that a presidential candidate needs to answer that kind of question. Alex, in all seriousness, look in your comments. Compared to anything Trump does on any show, this is the reality of the country. Have Kamala walk into any football stadium. See how that goes compared to Trump. If you're on this team, you're in a minority that's being artificially propped up. But, well, that's something that these people, it's hard to understand. Maybe it's perhaps they are rather thick, as in, they don't read the room. I want to say that most of them are just misinformed, that they are not getting the right picture. It could be, and that is my job making these videos, to try to wake you up and, well, smell the coffee. This is how it goes. If Kamala Harris gets to be the president of the United States, it's not gonna be good for the United States. So I hope that you know what to do on November. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Remember to download my 100 free body language tips in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.